Hey, y'all. Welcome to the wheat field. Welcome to the wheat field. How y'all doing? It's Tough It Out Tuesday. I hope y'all had a great rest last night. You are up and off to the day. That you are well and encouraged. Ooh, have touched base with the spirit already. Got some prayer and some meditation in. Yes, I just did that. I didn't get a whole lot of rest last night, so I feel a little tired. I hope I don't look as tired as I feel. Come on, Father. Sometimes we can go through the fire, but we sure enough don't come out smelling like smoke. So we hope today is one of those days. All right, y'all. We just talked about not resting too much, but we up. We woke. We sure enough did pray. And now it's time to jump on into the message. Come on, I gotta get a sip. I sure enough need a sip today, y'all. And I feel like I need to adjust this angle so just a tad. So we might do that and take a sip or whichever way it go, but I'm just saying. All right, let's see if we can get that a little bit better there. I don't know, whatever it is, whatever the case may be. It's just gonna have to be for today because it just is. So, Spirit said today we want to talk about. I hear the song playing in my head. Y'all know that I hear music now. I hear giving it your best shot, giving it your best shot. Fire away. I don't know what that was, like a bow and arrow or something I was trying to do. It came out in the reverse. I don't know what that is. Go with your girl. I'm telling you, it's a morning. I'm going to see what this Tuesday is going to be like because, whew, it's already on something special. It's already on something special, y'all. I'm telling you. For those who don't know, I got to see. Welcome. Welcome. My name, it is Lottie. I am a channeled messenger. I marry testimony and tarot. I channel with the Most High God, the source of all. Yes, it is infinite intelligence that made all things. Yes, we do. And we understand the force of the breath of life, right? So we are able to use our breath to animate the vessel, generate some power and some energy so we can push this shit out. And that's what we do in this space, you know. Sometimes it's like cooking with cold Crisco. I mean, it could take a little, because I'm feeling like cold Crisco today. I'm telling you. You have to put it in the pan and let it warm up. Most High come in and show up, put some fire to that thing, and we get to cooking, and we can drop some nuggets off in there. And some days the Most High say we just gonna throw this thing in the slow cooker because it's more like a pot roast, and it's something that is going to be real hearty, and we need to kind of slow that thing down. So it really just depends on what the Most High wants to do. I'm telling you, it's like a whole box of chocolates. You just never know what you going to get when you come around here. Going on Tom Hanks with that thing. I love it. Y'all hear me talking movies, talking songs, kick the camera, throw crystals, throw cards. The Most High comes in and tells me what he want me to pick up. That one, yep, that's you, Father. Up, move this deck. Look up underneath there, beloved. We lift it. I mean, you might see anything when you roll around here. But that's just because we tapped in. And since we tapped in, let's go ahead on and get jumped in. Okay, would you like to pray for the people, Father? Father says yes with an exclamation point. Let's always pray for the people. Okay. Thank you, Most High God. We come to you in recognition and awareness that you are here and you are with us. Yes, we know that you are with us always and that we are not alone. We are spiritual essence. We are spiritual at our essence. And we are here in the human, and we have taken on the full human. Yes, we are spiritual essence being human. And as we be human, help us, Father, to do our very best, to lean into you, to surrender onto you, and to be obedient to your instruction, Holy Father. Yes, for we know that your instruction is calling us to our highest good, is helping us grow and ascend through this plane. And with you to guide us, Holy Spirit, we know that there is no wrong way for ascension. Yes, because to you, Father, there are many pathways. And we thank you so much for the message that you are going to bring. I, being your willing messenger, surrendered to do the work of your will, Holy Father, and deliver the message onto your wheat field as instructed. Please remove me and add all of you. Thank you so much as we write and co-create together in this time. So thank you. If you say that it is so, seal this space so that nothing can come against this message, Holy Father. Nothing can distort it or disillusion it or cause it to have an error. If you would say that it is so, please say that it is so. It is so. And if it is done and you call it sealed and wrapped, please call it an ashe. So it may be done. So says the source of all. Ashe. Well, all right. Father said we needed to say a little bit of extra on that, so thank you so much, Holy Infinite, Holy Father, the source of all. Come in and make sure that we are good with that. So it may be. Yes, let's jump into it. Like we said, giving it your best shot. Come on here. That's what the text say. Giving it your best shot. We right here in the power of discipline. The power of discipline, yes, says, you know when you've tried your best and when you've only put 50% of effort into achieving your goal. Let's say, for instance, you're studying for an exam and you're aiming to get the highest grade possible. So you finish you establish a routine. Establish a routine and you don't waver from it. No, like, this is my routine, I do it, You sit for the exam, your results come, and you get the highest grade. Now let's say instead of sticking to your timetable, you spend most of your nights watching Netflix and playing computer games. And when the results come, your grade is below average. Deep down, you know you've got no one else to blame but yourself. There are no extenuating circumstances. You simply failed to honor your word. Discipline demands that you do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. When you train yourself in this way, success is inevitable. That sounds pretty straightforward, huh? Sounds like, what did it say? The discipline demands that you do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Beloved, when I tell you I got like maybe 4 hours of sleep, and we up doing our service. Yes, we are. We done been up. We done did some marketing and some promotion and preparing for the service, our meditation. And now we off into the service and still got to do a whole 8 hour for the one that paid a, Now, I will say I was up late last night talking on the phone to a beloved. I really was. So did I feel like getting up and shooting the episode? No. And considering that this is my service to me, between me and the Most High, I could have easily been like, Most High, we tired and we not going to do it. But no, we committed to this thing. So we going to get up and do it anyway. We going to get up and serve even if we don't feel like it. And it be them days, tell me this, beloved, do this not happen to you? Because this is where testimony meets Tarot. Have you ever been dog tired and just did not feel like doing something and you pushed yourself to do it anyway, and that was the day that you was blessed? I had to get that sip. I'm going to need a lot of sips, so y'all bear with me. Tell me though, has it ever been a day that you was like, you know what, I really don't, and I got to, and you just get on up and you push yourself through it. You okay, come on, let's get up and go. Let's get up and get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. And you get up and you go. And you go and you're blessed. You receive something. You see something. You get gifted something. You make a contact, a network. Something that would not have been if you had just stayed in yourself, in your whole state, and not moved. Yeah. Yeah. Because that's often that thing that, you know what, them systems and thoughts against your nature, that ones that roam to and fro in this plane, yeah, they could have been setting you up the night before. Now, I don't know why, and get this, me and my beloved went down there, we had, we strong-willed, and sometimes we get into debate, and she is my beloved, one of my mothers, and I have to be real careful with my tongue and make sure I'm not being coming out and, stay in my place as a child, yes, and we put up a whole message yesterday about lead by example and don't argue. So sometimes you get tested right after you put that message out. And we went somewhere that we hadn't even been in a long time. Like, it was just getting to the point where we don't do that. And the whole way that we communicate is shifting because we are both working in such a way where it makes sure that we can talk and express ourselves and have good stimulating conversation and share viewpoints without, and make sure that we hear each other at the basic, and we understand each other's viewpoint. Yeah. Spirit took me right on over here and said, read this. So we often hear too, this is the 7 laws of success, 7 spiritual laws of success. But these 7 laws, when I say they right along with our testimony and Torah, we pull from every text because the Most High left His word everywhere. And these principles work everywhere. So each of us here are to discover our highest self. Each of us here to discover our highest self or our spiritual self. Yes. So the discovery of spiritual self, that's the fulfillment of the law of Dharma. We must find out for ourselves that inside of us is a god or goddess, an embryo that wants to be born so that we can express our divinity. Whew. That reminds me of this one beloved that came to this space and said, you're going to be held accountable for bringing divinity into us, into religion or something, religion and divinity together. How she say it, beloved? Yeah, religion into divinity. And I thought to myself, that is such an odd statement. I wonder if she's really researched like what any of those words really mean. Because if she did, then she probably wouldn't have said that to me like that. Anywho, we must find out for ourselves that inside of us is a god or goddess, an embryo that wants to be born so that we can express our divinity. The second, we can express our divinity, express. Spirit said, express your divinity and give it your best shot. Those two go together. That's what Spirit is calling us to talk about. How that you are called to express your divinity and to do your best at expressing yourself is what we are called to do. And the situations in our life are called come to us to push us to our highest good. That was one of the things that we were discussing. How situations come into people's life in order to teach them, to push them to their highest good. And sometimes if you don't learn that lesson early, the lessons keep getting harder and harder and harder. The way that you were taught that adversity, the pain that's being used as the lesson to teach you, it gets harder. It do. Like it could be get more and more severe. I mean, we were just thinking about the children of Israel and what they went through in their walk, and how things tend to get worse over time. Spirit said that we are called to develop our spiritual self. our spiritual essence, to develop and grow in our divinity. And to grow in our divinity, we are to give it our best shot. And we to be giving our best shot even when we don't feel like it. Yeah. Even when we don't feel like it. Because to not feel like it is a feeling, it's a sensation. And the sensation is the gift from the Lord. It is. Because to be in a vessel that is endowed with sensory. Again, the vessel takes on information. That's all it does. It brings in information so that it can send it up to the heavens. And the heavens and the upper realms can send that. God, the Father, will send that back down onto you. And you take it in. You discern it. And you then use the force, the animating force of life, to create and push that out. And doing that, we have to do it even when we don't feel like it, beloved. Even when we don't feel like it. Now, there are days that you are called for rest. There are. There are days for rest, just like there's seasons for rest. We getting ready to go into, we're in fall and we're going into winter. Winter is a season for rest. So the Father, when creation was made, there's the telling that the Father rests. So rest and self-care is baked in. It is. There's nothing wrong with you taking care of you and making sure that you get yourself to good and you stay to par, right, with that thing, and be balanced and be balanced. But to do the work despite of whether or not you feel like it is important. It is. Because when it's growing seasons, trees just don't decide not to grow. No. They know how to optimize their power and work in a way that's efficient and harmonious so that they don't overextend themselves, that they don't overstress themselves, that they have enough sustained energetic output in order to fulfill and manifest what's due in that season. Come on, beloved. Come on with this thing. Let's jump on into the law of least effort. I hear it calling. The law of least effort. Let's take a look at it. That's karma. That's fun. Is it two? Oh, no, we had it right here. Actually, it was right. Look at this. I'm sitting up here flipping. And all I had to do was turn the page back one, like literally. Turn the page. I just said law of least effort. Let's turn it around. Go ahead on. Spirit is good. You see how Spirit did that? All problems. Okay, well, which way you want to start? Okay. Leading into the second component of the law of least effort. It's called responsibility. See, when we know, we become, we develop an ability to respond. And we are required to respond even if we don't feel like it. Because sometimes silence is a response. Or doing nothing is a response. So, when we become consciously aware, we gain the ability to respond, which means we have a responsibility. What does responsibility mean? Responsibility means not blaming anyone or anything for your situation, including yourself, including you. Responsibility means not blaming anyone or anything for your situation, including yourself. Having acceptance, beloved, having accepted this circumstance, this event, this problem, responsibility then means the ability to have a creative response to a situation as it is now. Not about what happened way back when, not about what may happen in the future, not about what they may be doing and what may be coming, but it's about what is the situation now. And if you are able to sit under the sound of anybody's voice, you have the ability to respond creatively to whatever is in your situation now, releasing all blame, releasing all shame, and just being open to what it is. And that, beloved, is to sit in open vulnerability. You don't have to blame yourself. You don't have to blame others. You don't have to do any of that. You can just accept that it is. And when you accept the fact that it just is what it is, like we say all the time, it is what it is. Well, guess what? It is what it is until it ain't. And it can be something totally different when we creatively respond, because we are able to do so. But are we truly giving it our best shot? Fire away. Are we really giving it our best shot, or are we picking and choosing to do or to respond when we feel like it? How many of us are just doing what we feel like doing? That's something to make you go, Things to make you go, Things to make you go. Come on. All problems contain the seeds of opportunity. All problems contain the seeds of opportunity. And this awareness allows you to take the moment to transform it into a better situation or thing. Every problem has the seeds of opportunity in it, and the awareness of that therein means that you can transform it into a better situation. You can transform it. You can transmute it. Especially when you sit from a consciously aware standpoint, where you can be an observer to that thing and be like, oh, I see what it is. Yeah. Because once you do that, now every so-called upsetting situation becomes a teaching situation. It's something that came to teach you something. Because you're going to look at it and be like, oh, I see this, and this. Well, here's the thing, the real thing, and we can solution and problem solve that. And you point your direction and your energy only to that thing, that the part that needs to be solved. But the only way to do that, for one, is to consciously look at it. Awareness. Like coming out of the emotion of it. Again, not what you feel like. Beloved. Once you do this, every so-called upsetting situation will become an opportunity for the creation of something new and beautiful. And every so-called torment, oppressor, tyrant will become your teacher. Ooh, come on. Ooh, I feel that in the kingdom. Yeah, I do. Because some people going to be like, oh, my oppressor can become my teacher. Yeah, it can. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it can, beloved. Yes, it can. Yeah, how? Come on. Reality is an interpretation. It's all about how you interpret this thing. Because, again, these lights don't see fuck shit, beloved. They don't. They bring in information. And we discern what it is. So can you change your mind about what it is? Oh, yes. And what does Father say? That we are to be transformed. Whoa, come on, Father. And rustle your wheat field on this day. Father say we are to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. You renew your mindset, you change your reality. You change how you interpret this whole plane. Why do you do that, beloved? Because these eyes don't see fuck shit. The only thing they do is bring in information and light. And how you interpret this whole manifestation is all up in our mindset. Yeah, it is. So when we are told to change our mindset, it's real, beloved. And we don't just do that because we feel like it. No, it's something that we must work on and be diligent on it every day. Man cannot live by bread alone. We must meditate on the word day and night. We must meditate on it. And as we meditate on the word of the Father, not only the word we can feel in our kingdom space, because we are meditating and we are tapped into self. We can see the word of the Lord written all over creation. You can see it in the mechanics of your body. You can read it in your text. You experience the word of the Lord all day. Yet we meditate not, beloved. And it's because we lean into what we feel like doing. So are we giving it our best shot? Something that make us go, But don't, it ain't nothing to blame yourself over. It's really not. Again, responsibility means not blaming anyone or anything for your situation. Anyone or anything, including you, beloved, including you. Don't blame yourself. It is what it is. And you can change what it is by how you're being. If you be tapped in and you be ready to move forward, then you be ready. You be responsible. You be able. Because you are. You are. We on a journey through this thing. Thank you, Father. Thank you. Thank you so much. Holy Father, for being here. Thank you for delivering that message. All of you and none of me. Thank you so much. Just love the way you come in and do that. Yes, surrendered unto you to allow my vessel to be used by you to deliver these messages onto my we feel, your we feel. Thank you so much. Yes, I see them as self, as I am a piece of you and they are a piece of you. We are each other. We are the same selves, yes. And we all struggle and we are all on this journey together. Please use these cards, Holy Father. Please use them as tools to deliver a message to your we feel. And as I surrender onto you, I ask that you seal this space so that nothing can come in and disillusion or distort the message. And if you say it be so, that our wheels are in alignment and that it is to be done, will you please seal it with an ashe? Source says, so it will be. Ashe. All right, let's get it. Source has given its authority. We gonna get it. Let's get it, my week. Let's get it. Hey, it's Tough It Out Tuesday, y'all, and we sure enough gonna tough it out, cause your girl IT, cause you was about 3 more hours of sleep. Just saying. But we gonna get through it because the source of all says that it knows what we need. It does not. Do you want this card? No. Okay. No. Let's do a shuffle. You want that one? No. You want this one? All right. Okay. Spirit says love. Yes. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. All things. Father says everything. See the good in all. Your tears too. Your tears, your tormentors, your tyrants, your oppressors. See the good in all things. They are all here and designed and come to teach you, to press you, to help you ascend and move forward and move beyond. Without them, people are stuck and complacent. They don't move. Pain is a hell of a catalyst, beloved, and it is on the spectrum of love, because love is a frequency, and the Most High God will use any and everything to teach, to push, to compel its children out of love. Purpose. Yes. And the purpose of that is for our ascension, so that we can eventually come home. I mean, how do we raise back to the Father if we stay stagnant and stuck in a low place? And oftentimes the things that make us move are the atrocities of life, unfortunately, because people don't grow when they're happy, when they're complacent. They sit around and just kind of chill and stay there because it's comfortable. But as soon as something uncomfortable happens, that is the thing that galvanizes. That is the thing that is the catalyst to movement. And again, beloved, can you imagine that if you chose here to come to earth in this school, that your spirit wanted to grow, it wanted to ascend? And how does it do that? Adversity is one of the ways that we grow. Do you want this? Is there another card here, Father? Is it this? No. Father says that adversity is one of the ways that we grow. Through challenges. Through challenges. It is. It almost had me think about the design of Agent Smith. If anybody is into The Matrix, I told y'all I love movies. Movies. You know, is this anything in here? Okay, well then, yeah. Gratitude. Gratitude for it all. Gratitude for it all. Because at the end of the day, we're here to grow and we're here to learn. We are. I am thankful for this life and the opportunity that it presents. Yes, this life manifestation gives us the opportunity to grow, to ascend. And there's gratitude that's associated with that. It is. Is that right, Father? Yeah. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is here. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And that's in a challenge, Father says. Yes, in a challenge. You know, angle is not so good today, guys. I had to try to set this up. I don't know if I can tilt that some, if that's better. Okay, well, trust me. We've showed them. They're on the table. Okay. You want this one? Growth. Yeah, growth. Because we're here to grow. We are. And forgiveness in a challenge is hindering our growth. Is there anything else here? Yes, okay. Hindering forgiveness in the challenge is hindering and blocking the growth. And I feel that it is forgiveness for the experience of the tears, right? The experience of the pain, right? It is understanding the awareness. And this is so hard, beloved. It is very, very challenging and difficult to get past the human sensory on this thing. Because we are so attached to the life experience. We are so attached to the physical vessel, to the physical manifestation. Again, we are attached to the Matrix. If you would look at that movie in terms of how people get so attached to the reality of things and what is happening in reality, that it's very hard to see the underlying lesson, the underlying inner workings of what's really happening behind the scenes. So, do you want this card? Okay. I guess what is a better way to say that? Yeah, we lean into that it's happening to me. It's happening to me, and we don't see the happening for me. We don't see how it's happening for me. Like it's happening to grow me. It's not something that's coming to me because, well, one, it is personal because we're on our personal journey. So yes, it is. It's happening to you, right? You're experiencing it, but you're experiencing it for growth. And it sounds really, it can sound really shitty, especially when we're talking about hard things that the atrocities of life. Again, the atrocities. And I'm talking about every atrocity that you can think of that happens. And to sit in a place or have a perspective of how, if you've made it through, to sit in today, like again, you're here. And that gives you a level of responsibility. And with that responsibility means that you release the blame on others and the blame on self. And that is highly, highly challenging when you are faced with atrocities that another self, another piece of source has inflicted upon you. It is highly, highly challenging to do that. And that's why forgiveness is in a challenge. It is. Because we don't see oppressors and tyrants as teachers or opportunities. Oppressors as opportunities. Tyrants and tormentors as teachers. What are they teaching you about self? I know that, The atrocities that one generation faces could lead to something so phenomenal. And 2, 3, 4 generations down the line. Again, a part of the human experience is unfortunately one of the fallibilities is the inability to see beyond 3 to 4 to 5 generations of separation or degrees of separation. If you can only see up to 2 to 3 degrees of separation, then that is such a limited perspective, beloved. If you imagine yourself being in the middle of this here card and you can only see 2 degrees out, how much more of this picture can you not see? And what this event that is so atrocious that happened to thee is going to affect everything else out here. And I'm trying to figure out a way to really drive that in, because we are such small pixels. We are so small pixels. And the things that happen are designed, one, to grow us, to challenge, to grow us, but also to affect the grand design. Because the Most High God in His infinite intelligence is it's co-creation. It's co-creation. And the source uses any means necessary. Go on, Malcolm, Brother Malcolm. Yes, the source, the Most High God, pulls His lost sheep, His children, teaches His children by any means necessary. Is that right, Father? Yeah. Is there anything else in this that? No. I'll shade of that. Turn it over. Show them. No, it's good. Not yet. Let's see what's blocking us. Let's get out the chakras. Come on, Father. Thank you so much, Holy Father, for using these cards as tools to deliver this message. As I am surrendered onto you to deliver, please refresh the deck for this session. Thank you so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much. Whew. If you call it so, if you say it be so, if you say it be so, the Father say it so, Ashe that thing. Is that an Ashe? So says the source of all. Ashe, let's get it. Let's get it, my wheat. Let's get it. Oh, you want that one? All right. We got that one out already. We got another one. You want that one too? All right. All right. All right. Is that it? You want this one? All right. Soulmate is out on the table, y'all. That's my always coming together with self, the unity card. Yes. You want some more? All right. Let's get it. Let's shuffle them up real quick. Let's see. What is it? I feel it. Is it down here? This one? Okay. Enlightenment. Enlightenment. Father said, let's get that in there. Enlightenment. Yes, we got that on the top of the table, yo. At the top. Father says, you want this card? Creation. This one is in reverse, or is it in challenge? Challenge. Spirit said this is in a challenge. Our ability to create is in a challenge. You want this one? Nope, not yet. Let's get it going. Let's get it, my wheat. Let's get it. You want that? Get it, my wheat. Let's get it. Let's get it, my wheat. Let's get it. Is there another one? All right, it's down here in this middle. I felt it trying to come out. Where is that? Is this it? This. All right. What? What was we talking about, y'all? What was we talking about? Come on, Daddy, and wake up your wheat field. Come on, Father. Let them know what it is. It's perception, beloved. Perception. Perception. Is that it? No. Father said we got some more. You want one of them? Which one you want? This one? Nope, this one. All right. Workaholic. What is that, Father? Oh, Father turned it in the upside down. Workaholic. Father said no. Not. Again, giving it your best shot. Father said we got to do it even on the days that we don't feel like it. Even on the days that we feel like we're setting goals and dreams, but a lot of the dreams are unrealized and unmanifest because people are not putting in the discipline that requires to reach those dreams. We're setting a routine but not sticking to it. The discipline falls aside. It falls to the wayside. And without discipline, and working at it again, working and staying connected to the Father daily. In that discipline, in that walk, yeah, enlightenment and our ability to create is there, but the perception, are we seeing that we have the ability to do that on a daily basis? That you can. It's all about perception. But Father's saying the work ethic might be an issue. The work ethic might be an issue. Again, running on 4 hours of sleep, beloved. But we already been up. And I think we done put in a good hour or so of effort into the day. And it is not about working yourself to the bone. It is about optimizing your energy. You can optimize. On the days where I just cannot shoot and I'm like my voice is gone and I just cannot, we sit up here and we make clips and we put them out. We network. We can do things. There is always a way for you to respond, to creatively respond. You are able to do so. And you can establish a routine that works for you. And if you have to mold and mend and flex and I feel like Father got me on a potter's wheel like that, just that mold and be flexible even with your own routine until you find one that works for you. Works for you, beloved. It ain't got to be what somebody else say do or how they do. It's what works for you and the God of your understanding. Because there's many paths to this thing. It is not just one. That's right. Discovery. Again, what we say. What works for you? We started with this thing with saying that self-discovery is a whole thing. Self-discovery. But the power of discipline to remain dedicated and committed to our own discovery is this good. Turn it over. Leaning into confusion. Leaning into confusion. Confusion. Yeah. And that could affect your self-esteem. It really could. And your balance, because that was what was next up underneath there. Affects your self-esteem and your balance. And it's confusion because people just don't know the way these days. They just don't. And everybody got their perception of what the way is. Their perception on how to become enlightened. And in this space is an open and free forum. We feel, like I said from the beginning, the Most High, I mean above every name. This ain't no above every name and then name a name. We say above all names because all of those messengers, they were said that it is the Father that sent thee. It is the Father that gives and takes. It is the Father that provides. It is the Father, the Father, the Father. So when we say that there is such a thing of going directly to the source to say, Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom is come. And it shall be done on earth as it is in heaven. And on this day when we realize that heaven has touched earth and it resides in earth, in the kingdom, we can go directly to our Father who lives in the kingdom, send this information up through the vessel, have that information revealed onto us, what it is that we're supposed to do. How can we creatively respond, beloved? Father said, get this mindful message. Get this mindful message. We need to be mindful on this Tuesday. Be mindful, beloved. Yes, the Father is with us always and giving us the ability to respond, giving us our creative mindset, helping us to optimize our energy. Yes, thank you, Father. Please use these cards as your tools to deliver messages unto your we feel. I, being your willing messenger, submit to give the message as you give it. And if the source of all so it says it shall be, please confirm that it will be, so it will be. So says the source of all. And if this be true, please seal it with an ashe. Ashe. Let's get it. Let's get it, my week. Yes, yes. Father say, let's be mindful. Remember who you are, beloved. Remember who you are. Remember that you are the son of the source. Remember that the kingdom resides in you. Every messenger came to say that the kingdom is within, that heaven has come to earth to do the Father's will. Thy will be done here on earth as it is in heaven. And as earth has heaven has touched earth, as it resides in the earth, we are to align ourselves with the Father's will and perform that out. We act it out on a daily basis. We do. The Father's will be done always. Always. Morning rituals. Man shall not live by bread alone, by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Lord. And that is every word, beloved. Not just the one in the one text, but every word. Can you see the word in your text? And the same is written in nature and in your body, in the metaphysics, in the elements, in the plane. Can you marry and bring all these things together? In the mornings, I would take time to tune into myself. Yes, that meditation. To set high vibrational rituals that will help lead me to a good day. Yes, disciplining yourself in a practice on a daily basis that is going to set you on a pathway to success. Yes, and be forgiving with yourself when you fall short. But you release the blame, even for you or for others, and you get up and you start anew, and you do it even when you don't feel like it, beloved. We do it even when we don't feel like it. Yes. I pay attention to the morning habits that don't serve me and change them for ones that do. Pay attention to the habits that don't serve you and swap them out. Flip that shit, my week. Flip it into something that do. Flip that shit, young week. Just what it is. Subconscious mind, Spirit says. And Spirit, kind of, tells me to say conscious mind, because it's conscious. It's all consciousness. I realize that conscious beliefs or programs may be holding me back, or just the ones that you're not paying no attention to. It's beliefs in there that you don't pay attention to that could be holding you back. Yeah. And it's holding you back from your desires. For example, if I want money, I may have been told things growing up that I am subconsciously holding on to. Like how to get the bag. What does that look like? Or the ability to get the bag in your environment. What does that look like? What resources or opportunities for you to get the bag, and what kind of bag you getting? All bread ain't good bread, Yahweh. And we say that all the time. And fast bread sure ain't long bread. So if you get it today, it's most likely going to be gone today. Or shortly thereafter. It ain't that long investment that's going to lead you to retirement. And have you able to not just live off of whatever. Because them checks that they give us at the end of the day ain't enough. They just not. And we see it every day. We do. Again, have you been told some things that's holding you back from your desires? Right? Okay, because there's a lot of ways that we could move our consciousness and learn how to do things differently so that we set ourselves up for success, and we practice that on a daily. And when you practice something daily, come on now with this thing. So I go back to my past and release beliefs that no longer align. Come on with this thing. Releasing beliefs that no longer align, substituting them for ones that do. That is in a challenge. And it's a stopping our ability to create. Why? Because we're holding on to past beliefs that don't even align to us anymore. We in 2022, beloved. A lot of things that we are plagued with, yes, they self-sustaining. They are baked in, built in. But that doesn't mean that we don't have the responsibility the creative ability to solution our way out of this shit. Now, what could be the problem that's stopping that solution? Could be your morning rituals. I could think of one or two that might slow down your day. I'm just saying. And then also, if workaholic is in reverse, yeah, you could have some rituals that you do in the morning that's definitely slowing down your progress or putting you in a state where you don't have the ability to be optimally productive. That's a whole thing. But again, Father says that this is a personal journey to each day own. And if you tune in to your personal self, tune in. The fact that this is personal, you will release the judgment. Because really, all of this shit here and all of these adversities, what we said earlier today, mirror. It's a mirror reflection. Yeah. In order to change my life outside, I need to change inside, beloved. Change it on the inside. When you stop doing what you're doing, you will stop being what you're being. It's just simple. You do something else, you be something else. If you do that, then you be that. Right? If you be disciplined, then you have a disciplined life. You will see disciplined results. If you are scattered, then you will see scattered results. If you are non-active, you will see no results. Or continue, it's really the is. And as you sit here in this day, you are able to release the blame on yourself, beloved. There's no blame, no blame. Free open space. I release the blame for myself because, I definitely don't count myself to be apprehended. So don't get it any kind of way. Yes, this is edifying unto self. First and foremost, self-preservation is the first law of nature. Edifying unto self first, always. This is a reminder for me in any message that we pull as a collective. Oh, we take it. Oh, we do. We do. We do. Because there's definitely areas in my life where I could rearrange that routine and dig into some more discipline and put to self the side of making excuses as to why I have not refrained from doing things that I know are detrimental to me and my health and my vessel. Oh yeah, everybody got it because it's a personal journey. Yahweh, it's personal. It's a personal journey. It's personal. That's why you have to stay in. You want me to take this one? Tune in. Tune in. Thank you, Father. That's why we need to stay here. Tuned in and tapped in. We started with that tuned in and tapped in to self all the time. Taking everything into that spirit self because you are a spiritual self. You are growing your spiritual essence. You are growing your divinity. And how does the Most High God, come on, Father, what does it use to grow itself? Adversity. Adversity. Yes, it does. We are on survival. When I say Bear Grylls was not playing with that thing, Earth is school. We in Survivor. We got dropped down. Have you ever watched, what is that there, that last Predator where they got dropped off into that plane? Predator didn't come to Earth. They went and picked people up from Earth and took them over there. Can you imagine that? Like you dropped into a plane and you got to figure out how to survive through this piece. Because you know you're going to find a way to get home. But you got to survive through it. And if you don't, can you imagine that? I mean, some people could have made camp and set up in a tree somewhere and been like, oh, we just going to chill and set it out until some come down here and beam me up and then we gone. You know, that could have been the attitude. And people, they band together and united and tried to fight that thing out. But did they really come all the way together? Or was some of them even still working against each other, being tares within the group? Come on, Yahweh. I mean, life imitates art. Let's think about it in a whole different way. Things to make you go, Things to make, seriously though. And it took them to get, like I said, dig into some serious resolve and some fortitude and do shit even when they didn't feel like it. Like as soon as they closed their eyes to get the rest, the place where they found rest at was like, oh no, y'all can't be up in here. Lawrence Fishburne smoked their ass out and they had to get back to footing it and then jump right back up and had to fight the monster right as soon as they came up. I mean, like it was a whole thing. All for them to figure out how to ascend, get the hell out. And who did he pick? Did they pick to come down into that thing? It was the top of the best of the ones that was out there doing it in their game and they field. Come on now. And even all of them had to pull out all of their A game and put all that shit together and unite in order to try and get through this whole obstacle course. Kind of sounds familiar when you're thinking about it like that because it's power in our numbers. If we could come together under a one mind accord and be able to work this whole obstacle course thing out, because we all are here and we all have the ability to raise above, to ascend above these situations, to respond creatively, to release the blame, release the shame onto from others and off of self, and understand, like really just think about how the fact that the Most High God, our Father, our source, will do anything that Malcolm X, like by any means necessary, to teach his children and to bring us into unity. Yeah, forgiveness is going to be a challenge on that because it's very difficult to see from that level of perspective. But that is what's needed in order for us to grow, beloved. That is what's needed in order for the collective to grow. To really come into this soulmate unity space, soulmate unity, and self-discover, discover the goodness. Again, when we come into that mindset, releasing like the ego part of us that says that all of this is just happening to me and not necessarily for me, for growth, for ascension, and even movement of the entire plane, the collective, the bigger picture that you are engulfed in. You are engulfed into the collective. You are engulfed into the plane. You are engulfed into creation. You are a part of Source itself. So Source will use any means necessary to save the lost. It will. And we know not. And it causes us confusion. And it causes us to doubt. Self-esteem issues. Because it's the blame. How is this happening to me? I must not be worthy. I must not be valuable. That's not it, beloved. That's not it. If you're here, you're valuable, you're worthy. All of us are. All of us are. Even, again, the Father will take babies, little ones, and they will go home early. And sometimes they can transition in the most horrific way. Again, we just commented on the statue of Emmett Till that was just put up. Tragically taken in the most horrific way. The 4 little girls in Birmingham when that church got blew up. Taken in the most horrific way. When you are experiencing that in the day, to do most of what we're talking about is like and then we get stuck in the grief. And it's easy to see how we get stuck in the grief as a people because we experience such a high level of incidents of grief. Incidents after incidents after incidents after incidents. It's just piled on top of each other. So, like drowning in grief. That puts our forgiveness in a challenge. It's a challenge. Some may need to forgive others. Some are asking for forgiveness. Some may need to forgive God or ask God to forgive them. Because if the source made all things and all things are made by the source, and nothing gives life nor takes life but the source, some people may be asking, Father, why did you do this? Are you there? And what is the purpose for what this was? This can't be from you. That's denial, beloved. Because the Father says that nothing gives or takes life but the source, and all things are created by the source. All things, all things, all things. Can we see that? Can we release the blame? Can we release the blame of selves and other selves, and lean into the enlightenment that it is the Father in every scenario? Is it the Father? I can't explain the why. It may be too many degrees of separation away for me to understand, or just the fact that I have such limited awareness that I just cannot understand. In any event, gratitude. Because I know that at the end of the day, I'm here to do this. We all are. To grow. To expand. And to discover. To discover. To come into unity. Love. Committing ourselves to the practice of it. Understanding that we have a purpose. What are you here to do? What will your life experience legacy be? If you allow it, do it even when you don't feel like it, so that you can come together with you. Grow your divinity. Grow your divinity. Grow it. Because whether we are consciously aware or not, again, subconscious, consciously aware that you are a creator. You are. You are a creator. And you are a manifester. And you are powerful. And you have everything, the ability to rise above, to go forward, to be great. You already know how to be great. You already know. You already know how to be great. You see that piece on that book? It's chess, not checkers. Chess, strategy, survival. Is it a war? Yeah, for your soul. Are you doing your best? Things to make you go. I love you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for sitting with me. Thank you, Most High. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You always do such an amazing job, I feel, with bringing all these pieces together. Yes, bringing the pieces together. Because to move into this forgiveness, beloved, it is. It's a thing. That's why forgiveness is for you, not for others. Not for others. It's for self. Because if we don't forgive, it will keep us stuck. It keeps you stuck. Stuck, stuck, stuck. And the inability to optimize and to do your best. To stay disciplined. It does. Right? It keeps you in a back and forth motion, the to and fro. Yeah. And you don't, it's up to you. Nobody can say what you can do, or we can say what you can, but it's up to you what you will. You will. It's really up to you on what you will, Because at the end of the day, nobody can change your will. Nobody. Not the Father, not nobody. Nobody can change your willingness to do a thing. That's why Jonah got held up in that big-ass fish whale or whatever for however many days. Because he was unwilling to do the work of the Father. And circumstances in life, circumstances in life. There we go. Again, personal journey. There we go. Personal journey. Father said, say it one more time. It's personal, each in their own way. And if you in your Jonah mode, in your own way, trust and believe, if you get swallowed up by a fish because you're not ready to serve, or you're just not ready to do your thing, or the adversities in life will take you and carry you to where the source wants you to be in that way. You know, because the Father's will shall be done, and it shall be done on earth as it is in heaven. It shall, and we are co-creators, and we agreed to come here and walk this thing out. We did. And as we agreed to do the work, we have to come into remembrance to surrender onto the work that we agreed to do. Yeah. Any last word, Father, that you would have for your wheat field? No, is it an ashe to that? Ashe, put that down. Do you want me to show them? No. Thank you. Until the next time, y'all, on Tears and Wheat Tarot show with your girl Lottie. Channeled messenger, just chopping it up. You know, help us chop this shit up, you know, so we can get it up and get it out. We can get into that flow and just float on, float on, float on, float on, float on, Let's get it. Let's get it. Well, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it, my wheat. Let's get it. Oh, yes. Pray that you're fired up. Pray that you're ready to go. And just something to chew on. Each in their own way in your own time. But in this moment, in this now, release the blame, beloved. Don't blame you. Don't blame anybody. Just release the blame. And just, you know, practice on it is what it is. And since it is, what do we do about it? Right? Right? All right. Until the next time, Ashe. Mwah.